please join me in welcoming two of my favorite teachers on the planet, Halima and Abraham Sussman.
You know, it's a remarkable time on our planet, and to gather together in a circle to kind of open our hearts, to put our prayers to the earth and to each other is powerful medicine. And, you know, I don't know that it is a more needed time now, but we're certainly aware of the call right now of, you know, so much happening on our planet that deserves our compassion and waking up. So we like to start with an invocation.
Let's do it around the world. Let's go to Finland and to Russia.
Okay, so we have our friends who, you know, it's a blended circle here.
So we'll say this invocation in 3 languages here. First Finnish, and then Russian, and then English. So, Juso, can you unmute and share the invocation, please?
Kohti ainoa, rakkauden, harmonian ja kauneuden täydellistymää. Ainoa olentoa, yhdistyen kaikkien valaistuneiden sielujen kanssa, jotka muodostuvat mestarin ruumiillista hengen johdatuksi.
Thank you. And Aliela, пожалуйста, по-русски.
К единому совершенству любви, гармонии и красоты, единственно сущему, объединяясь со всеми просветленными душами, которые образуют воплощение мастера, путеводный дух.
Спасибо.
Thank you.
In English.
Together, yeah.
Toward the one, the perfection of love, harmony and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the Spirit of guidance.
And then we say, Bismillah, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim. And this means that we open ourselves to the ever-flowing presence of the one who is mercy and compassion. That at the beginning is everything is born of mercy and compassion.
So this morning, I'm going to read a poem by James Dillet Freeman. And then I'm going to turn it back over to Halima and Abraham to do some music and meditation that has become a very important part of my own practice. These meditations on the breath that they will lead us in are very powerful. This poem was written when Jim was young. It was written through him, he would say, not by him. It was the only time in his life that he ever heard an audible voice outside of his own. He would often say, I always hear a still small voice, but this wasn't my voice. And it spoke to me when I needed God most. He was in actually a hospital chapel on his knees, which isn't something he often did, in his 20s when his beloved wife, Catherine, was dying of cancer. And she was the love of his life, and they were very young, and he didn't think he could go on without her. And he heard these words. And actually, it's not on the poem, but the first word was, Jim, do you need me? I am there. You cannot see me, but I'm the light you see by. You cannot hear me, yet I speak through your voice. You cannot feel me, yet I'm the power at work in your hands. I'm at work, though you do not understand my ways. I'm at work, though you don't recognize my works. I'm not strange visions. I'm not mysteries Only in absolute stillness beyond self can you know me as I am. And then, but as a feeling, a faith. Yet I am there. Yet I hear. Yet I answer. When you need me, I am there. Even if you deny me, I am there. Even when you feel most alone, I am there. Even in your fears, I am there. Even in your pain, I am there. I'm there when you pray and when you don't. I'm in you and you're in me. Only in your mind can you feel separate, for only in your mind are the mists of yours and mine. Yet, only with your mind can you know me and experience me. Empty your heart of empty fears. When you get yourself out of the way, I am there. You can of yourself do nothing, but I can do all in you. I'm in all. And though you may not see good, good is there because I am there. I'm there because I have to be, because I am. Only in me does the world have meaning. Only out of me does the world take form. Only because of me does the world go forward. I am the law on which the movement of the stars and the growth of living cells are founded. I'm the love that's the law's fulfilling. I am oneness. I am assurance. I am peace. I am. Though you may fail to find me, I do not fail you. Though your faith in me may be unsure, my faith in you never wavers. Because I know you, because I love you, beloved, I am there.
So where is there but here? Here we are. Yeah. Present, letting ourselves be fully present, letting our breath open, letting ourselves be receptive so that this calling of the beloved, we feel it inside of ourselves. This is the ongoing, ever-living invitation that we have now. And now, the now is now. Yeah. So invitation to really be present, to really arrive. As Thich Nhat Hanh says, we are always arriving. We are arriving and arriving. Yeah.
It's an invocation of compassion and mercy through the words Kyrie eleison.
Invocation of mercy and compassion, ever living. Our friend Shabda Khan, who's the spiritual director of our lineage, he says that, mercy is like rain. It's always falling or arising wherever rain comes from. And often we walk around with our umbrellas, our umbrellas up. And our real job, the only job we have, is to close the umbrella. Take away whatever we keep that keeps us from feeling the constant flow and arising of compassion. And you could say it is actually the original condition of our heart. of our living heart, is to feel compassion. And our spiritual work is to remove all the barriers that prevent us from remembering this reality. In the core of your being is this truth of mercy and compassion. So we're going to just chant for a little bit,
Join us.
invoking. Ever-present living mercy in our hearts, awakening compassion. So we'd like to invite you, if you would, we're not a big group, we're a beautiful circle, to go on gallery view, and we'll do a practice together with each other. And if you feel up to putting your camera on, then we get to do it with you. This continues with these words, Kyrie eleison, but what we'll do is we kind of open our hearts to each other, knowing that each one of us represents, is part of a whole group, where you're connected to all your family, your friends, your community, and so you act as a post, as a part of, like we're linking many circles together when we're here. And we send out compassion, real compassion to each other. It's a beautiful practice to do, and one that when we do it, when we practice it together, it gives us the support to do it more often in our daily life. So we'll sing the melody. It's same words, but a slightly different melody. It comes from a fellow in England, this melody. Kyrie Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. So we're going to ask you to inhabit your body, this beautiful body, and to add some body prayer together. And what we start is we just inscribe a heart. Beautiful heart. So we go, and then we bring up like the light right into the center of that.
Christe eleison.
And then, there's this beautiful practice of bowing, which is really to bring your mind in alignment with your heart. Yeah, it has that kind of physiological effect. So let's do that again. So we describe that beautiful heart and living heart, beautiful. And we do that again. Rising.
Christe
The light. And then we're just really going to give simple blessing with the hands full of this love, compassion, light to each other as we sing Amen or Amen. And that has a root, a beautiful desert root, which invokes protection for what's precious. It comes from this word mumin, which is a desert word, Middle Eastern desert word, mumin, to protect what is precious. It's Amen. Yeah. Amen. 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 We go back to heart. Amen. Just feeling your breath, connecting your feet to earth, this living, breathing earth. So a long time ago, a beautiful poet of the name of Sadi wrote this poem. This is a translation in English. He wrote it in Farsi, and it's called Bani Adam, and it is inscribed on the above the door of the United Nations in New York, in English and in Farsi. This is the English translation. Bani Adam. Human beings are members of a whole. Human beings come from the same source. We are one family. If a part of the body hurts, all parts contract with pain. If you are not concerned with another's suffering, we shall not call you human. So, this thing of opening compassion is something deeply embedded in our humanity, in our kind of cultivating our humanness. And yes, please do.
As humans, we have such tremendous capacity for destruction, capacity to impose our will, capacity for love, capacity for feeling each other, for compassion. Our relationship with the planet, with the natural world, with the birds, with the insects, with the waters of the world, with each other, it all hinges on our capacity to realize our unity, or our failure to realize that unity, our failure to recognize that when we poison the water, we poison life, and we poison ourselves, and we contribute to destruction. And when we embrace another human being with love, we set something in motion that's sacred and holy and valuable and precious and is a healing for all of life. So we have tremendous capacity, tremendous responsibility. So when we call Kyrie eleison, we're asking the universe to guide us in the softening of our heart, in the recognition of the power of love, of compassion, in the mercy of the divine, in the realization, in the beautiful poem that Rev Judith shared, that the divine is present in everything, in every moment, and that we are held by the divine. And this realization is a unifying realization. It helps us to to see ourselves connected and part of one unified whole.
So we thought we would do another practice together. This is called a Metta practice. It's a practice of compassion. And where we make invocation for the well-being of ourselves, the well-being of those we love, the well-being of those we have difficulty with, and the well-being for all beings. And, learning to cultivate compassion is a practice of remembering our natural state of being. It doesn't mean to like or accept all that's going on. There's a lot that's happening that is distressing in the world. We're having so much extreme reaction environmentally, socially, biologically. It's a strong medicine time. Calls for us to practice strong, to be strong, be resilient, and to, keep renewing what is sustainable and sustaining.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a really simple practice, actually, a classical Buddhist practice. And we continue feeling the rhythm of our breath and feeling ourselves present. So you let yourself become really present. You feel the pulse of your heart. And again, grounded, feel your feet connected to earth, this place of all your ancestors, the place that we return to, this body returns to. So simply watching your breath, being present. And then you kind of make this simple invocation, may I be well.
May I be well.
And you say that to yourself, may I be well. You put that thought form, that intention on your breath, may I be well. May I be happy.
May I be happy.
Put this thought on your breath, breathing it into your being. May I be free of suffering and the causes of suffering.
May I be free of suffering and the causes of suffering.
May I have peace.
May I have peace.
Just remembering how the power of prayer is when we really want something and we, really put it in our intention. So strong medicine to wish yourself well. So then we think of someone that we love, someone that we're close to. Could be a friend, family member, neighbor. Choose someone that you're close to. And we send these same kinds of intentions to this person. May you be well.
May you be well.
May you be happy.
May you be happy.
May you be free of suffering and the causes of suffering.
May you be free of suffering and the causes of suffering.
May you have peace.
May you have peace.
Then we bring this practice, this concentration we invoke the presence of someone that we have more challenge with. We choose one person that we have more challenge with. And towards this person, we send this feeling of well-being. May you be well.
May you be well.
May you be happy.
May you be happy.
May you be free of suffering and the causes of suffering.
May you be free of suffering and the causes of suffering.
May you have peace.
May you have peace.
And we expand the circle wider, and we send this prayer out, these intentions out to all beings. May all beings be well.
May all beings be well.
prayer. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy.
May all beings be happy.
May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering.
May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering.
You know, sometimes it seems like the easiest one should be that first one where you're wishing yourself well and happy. But I hear from many people that that's the hardest one. Sometimes it's easier to wish other people well than ourselves. But if we want to be, if we think of ourselves as a generator, as that everything emanates, we have to start with ourselves. We have to do the work of healing the wounds that keep us from loving ourselves, loving each other. It seems pretty critical to me that we get on with it, you know. And I know we can do it because we do it. We are doing it. You know? It's the truest and realest thing that's happening. And so we'd like to call on the Great Mother, because you know, that's the other part of it, is that this earth that we are, you know, our bodies are made of all the elements that make our earth livable and alive in the way that we know it. And there's a calling on the Divine Mother it's that generative, positive care, you know, interconnectedness that lives. It's not about gender, it's in every being, that generative, caring, intuitive recognition. And so we invoke her presence through calling on Tara, one of the great mothers. And this one, you know, she's got 21 forms. Some of them are pretty fierce. And she carries a whole slew of right medicine, tools of the craft. And in this form, we call on her in her form of green Tara, which is like a first responder. You know, she's always ready. She's always present. In her, and in the practice, we feel her inside of ourselves. We feel her presence. Green Tara. Tara, we call on her. We call on you to be present in our being. The Divine Mother, protector, responder. Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re Soha. Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re Soha. she rises out of the lotus flower. Like that. And the lotus flower opens. The lotus of our heart, compassion, and rises. And we greet. And we take the pose of the mother, which is really standing with our arms open, receiving. We become that lotus flower rising the bud, and we bow. We open the lotus of our heart, compassion. And we rise. Embodying the mother, great mother. Om Tare Tutare Ture Soha. 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 Om Tare Tutare Ture We honor all the enlightened beings, all those wise beings who have showered us with tools and medicines and practices that, that they're channeling the living truth. We honor all those beings. And then we honor all the teachings. The multitude, the wealth, the richness of all the teachings.
And then we honor the Sangha us, the circle of practitioners.
That's right. And these three together make a complete circle of healing medicine. So we're always listening for the spirit of guidance, for the living teacher that's always present. What was the first line of the prayer that you read? I am there, right?
Do you need me? I am there.
I am there. So that's the I am. It's the I am.
Mhm.
Always present. I am.
I am.
And then we cultivate ourselves to really listen to that, to hear it, to receive it. And we're so lucky we have all the wealth of teachings that happen in all forms, through all beings, every culture, every land. We have, every land has its wisdom nature that arises naturally. So we're rich, we're diverse. In nature, we're diverse. Diversity is really important. Social justice is a really big deal these days. It's always a big deal. But we have to learn that diversity is beautiful. We need diversity. No matter what color you are, no matter where you're from, no matter what your gender is, no matter how you identify, you are an important part of this world. And we have to see that in each other. Important medicine for this day and time. All continuing, this moment is a precious moment. So
Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. I love you, and I'm so grateful. It was just a beautiful session and a beautiful teaching today. Thank you so much. Everyone, please join me in thanking Abraham and Halima for being with us today.
We couldn't do it without you.
Ya Fatah. Ya Fatah. One more time. Ya Fatah. Open the door of the heart. I love you.
We always close by making a dedication, and in this, we dedicate in the words of this prayer that the practice that we did where we were wishing each other well and wishing ourselves well. And this comes from the melody comes from our friend Joe Miller, old teacher.
Let's do it in two ways. We'll do it in English, but let's do it in Russian first. Maybe Aliela will sing it if you're still here, Aliela. It's beautiful also in Russian.
Thank you. There you are.
Okay.
Okay.
Да будут счастливы все, да будут все блаженны. Мир, мир, мир.
We'll do it in English. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. So now we can do an experiment. You can unmute yourself if you feel like it. And we're going to sing peace, peace, peace 3 times together. All right? I'm going to do it slowly so we don't distort. Peace.